On April 17, 2025, gun violence shattered the peace at Florida State University in Tallahassee. Around 12:30 p.m., the heart of campus transformed into a scene of chaos and terror. An active shooter opened fire near the student union, leaving students, faculty, and staff scrambling for safety. The familiar sounds of college life were replaced by the chilling echo of gunshots. This incident, tragically, was not the first of its kind for the FSU community, reopening old wounds and raising urgent questions about safety and security on school grounds. The familiar, vibrant energy of the student union was replaced by fear and uncertainty. Students who had been studying, socializing, or simply passing through found themselves caught in a nightmare. As the situation unfolded, news spread rapidly, sending shockwaves through the campus and beyond. Parents frantically tried to reach their children while students huddled together, sharing fragments of information and seeking solace in the midst of the unfolding crisis. This tranquil Thursday afternoon was irrevocably marked by tragedy, leaving an indelible scar on the FSU community. The incident served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of educational institutions and the ever-present threat of gun violence in American society. As the dust settled, the long and arduous process of healing, reflection, and the pursuit of justice began. The rampage left 2 people dead and 6 others injured. The victims were rushed to Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. One of the injured remained in critical condition, their fate hanging precariously in the balance. The news sent shockwaves through the hospital waiting rooms as families and friends anxiously awaited updates. The weight of uncertainty and fear hung heavy in the air, punctuated by hushed whispers and the sound of muffled sobs. Sadly, the 2 individuals who lost their lives were not students. They were innocent bystanders, their lives tragically cut short in a place that should have been a haven of learning and growth. Their identities were not immediately released as authorities worked diligently to notify next of kin. The news of their passing cast a pall over the entire community, a grim reminder of the indiscriminate nature of violence. The 6 injured individuals, their ages and identities also withheld, represented a cross-section of the FSU community: students, faculty, and staff. Each individual carried their own story, their own aspirations, and their own network of loved ones who now faced an agonizing wait for news of their recovery. Their injuries, both physical and emotional, served as a testament to the indiscriminate brutality of the attack. The casualties of this senseless act of violence served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating impact of gun violence. As the community grappled with the aftermath, the stories of the victims and their families became a poignant reminder of the human cost of this tragedy. Authorities identified the shooter as 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, a student at nearby Tallahassee State College. Eichner was apprehended by law enforcement officials. He was later hospitalized for injuries sustained during the incident. However, the details surrounding his capture and the extent of his injuries remained tightly guarded by authorities. The investigation was ongoing, with law enforcement agencies working tirelessly to piece together the events leading up to the shooting. Disturbing details emerged about Eichner's background and behavior leading up to the attack. Described by some as a normal college dude, Eichner was often seen sporting an orange t-shirt and khaki shorts, driving a distinctive orange Hummer. However, beneath this seemingly ordinary exterior, there were signs of a troubled individual harboring extremist views. His social media presence, which quickly became a focal point of the investigation, revealed a pattern of disturbing posts and comments that hinted at his growing anger and alienation. Eichner's access to firearms raised serious concerns. He used a rifle and a pistol during the shooting, both legally purchased. Furthermore, it was discovered that he had access to his mother's former service weapon. This revelation sparked outrage and calls for stricter gun control measures, particularly focusing on the need for secure storage and background checks to prevent individuals with dangerous intentions from obtaining firearms. As investigators dug deeper into Eichner's past, they uncovered a history of troubling behavior and extremist ideology. Reed Saybold, a student at Tallahassee State College, revealed that Eichner had been asked to leave a political club due to his espousal of white supremacist views. This revelation cast a chilling light on Eichner's motives, suggesting that the shooting may have been a hate-motivated act of violence. Section 4, Witness Accounts, Voices from the Chaos. The air was thick with the sounds of screams and the deafening pop-pop-pop of gunfire. Mackenzie Heater, a student who witnessed the horrific event unfold, provided a chilling account. She described seeing Eichner, armed with both a rifle and a pistol, firing indiscriminately into the crowd. Heater specifically remembered Eichner shooting a woman in purple scrubs, the image forever seared into her memory. Sam Swartz, another student, narrowly escaped the carnage. He sought refuge in the student union basement, the sounds of chaos and terror echoing above. "I heard 8 to 10 gunshots," Swartz recounted, his voice trembling as he spoke to reporters. He and a group of terrified students huddled together in the darkness, their hearts pounding in their chests, until they were finally evacuated by law enforcement officials. The witnesses' accounts painted a harrowing picture of the chaos and terror that gripped the FSU campus. Their stories served as a stark reminder of the indiscriminate nature of gun violence, which can strike anyone, anywhere, at any time. The emotional scars left by this traumatic experience would undoubtedly linger long after the physical wounds had healed. The community grappled with the aftermath of the shooting, seeking answers and demanding action to prevent such tragedies from happening again. The voices of the witnesses, raw and powerful, served as a call to action, a plea for change in a society grappling with the pervasive issue of gun violence. Their stories resonated far beyond the borders of the FSU campus, igniting a national conversation about gun control, mental health, and the safety of educational institutions. Section 5, Swift Response and Secure Lockdown. Within minutes, sirens wailed as law enforcement agencies from across the region converged on the FSU campus. FSU police and Tallahassee police, working in coordinated precision, swiftly moved to neutralize the threat. Their rapid response and decisive action undoubtedly saved lives, preventing the tragedy from escalating further. As a precautionary measure, the entire campus was placed on immediate lockdown. Students, faculty, and staff sheltered in classrooms, offices, and any secure location they could find. The lockdown, a chilling echo of drills practiced but never truly prepared for, stretched on for hours as authorities methodically swept the campus to ensure the safety of those sheltering in place. Following established protocols, buses were dispatched to transport students to the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. This centralized location served as a reunification point for anxious families and a hub for support services. The Civic Center, typically a venue for sporting events and concerts, was transformed into a sanctuary of safety and support, offering a temporary haven for a community reeling from trauma. The swift and coordinated response of law enforcement and university officials undoubtedly minimized the loss of life and prevented further chaos. Their actions, guided by training and driven by a commitment to protecting the FSU community, exemplified courage and professionalism in the face of danger. The lockdown, while disruptive and frightening, proved to be an effective measure in securing the campus and ensuring the safety of those within its borders.